Hello and welcome to the Sports Center YouTube channel. So we are on the verge, the eve of Euro 2024. So me and Carl are here to discuss our winners, our Golden Boot predictions, and also our dark horses. Carl, how are we doing?
Yeah, I'm excited, mate. It's about time. Getting football withdrawals, so this can't come quick enough for me.
Do you know what, mate? It's funny you should say that before we get into it. I was dead moody about a week ago, and I was sat in my room and I was thinking, is this football withdrawals? And then I thought, I can't tell anyone that because that sounds proper sad if it is. But I was actually thinking that. I thought, I wonder if this is football withdrawals.
Might well be. Might well be. You just lost without it.
I actually am, to be fair. Um, yeah, Euro 2024. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'm. Do you know what? The thing that's I'm looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a little bit disappointed in England as a country, as in like fans. I can remember, right from like Euro '96 onwards. Banners, flags. People have flags on the cars.
Yeah.
People's got flags out of the windows, and there's just nothing.
You know why that
There's
is, though,
nothing.
don't you?
Like, put,
You know why that is? It's because we
why is that?
always, as a nation, we always get hyped up and we gas ourselves. It's coming home, and we do fuck all, and we always fall short. So I think everyone's just like, "Do you know what? I'm going to save all that hassle of fucking painting house red and white. I'm just not going to bother."
And over the last couple of tournaments, I don't think we have had much expectation, and look how well we've done.
Mm.
And because of that, I think this year there is the expectation again now. When you hear so many people say we've got to win it this time, we've got to win it, and I just don't get me wrong, but we do, but I just can't see it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm a bit same. I mean, just on England, we've got an absolute great chance. One, because we've got a good team. I wouldn't say we've got a great team. We've got a good team, a really good team. And I think two, I don't know if we discussed it on another podcast recently, but other nations don't seem to be as strong. And I think,
Very,
yeah.
very true.
But anyway, let's dive straight into this one. Where do you want to start? We'll go with the winners. Who are you tipping? Who are you tipping to win it? Who do you think is going to win it?
I think Portugal's going to win it.
This could be a very
And
boring
if it's
podcast, this Carl.
like, is we agreeing on everything?
Full possibly, because well, go on. Why Portugal?
I just think you look at their team throughout. I think even Ronaldo play a bit of a bit part. There's Gonzalo. Oh, I forgot what his name just left me. The striker, found his name. He plays at PSG now. He was big money move from Benfica, I think he was.
Right.
Gonzalo Ramos,
Yeah.
Bernardo Silva,
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes. Got Cancelo at the back. Um, there's a number of players throughout that team. I just think
Ruben Diaz is Portuguese as well, isn't
Ruben Diaz, yeah,
it?
Ruben
Yeah.
Diaz is another one. They just seem to have like, I don't know, and they're always there and thereabouts anyway, aren't they? No one really talks about them, then they just come on the
Do you know what?
and
It's really funny because Portugal are my prediction as well. I'm tipping them to. Not that I'm a gambling man, but if I were going to stick a tenner on someone, it would be Portugal. And I think for the reasons that you've just said, the spine of the team is really, really good. That's not to say they've got good players in and around that spine, but as you said, no one's really talking about them. People are saying they'll be there and thereabouts, but you're not hearing it. Like all you ever hear really is England and France, England and France. I'm just like,
yeah.
listen, Italy are going to be sniffing around because Italy just do what they do.
Mm,
Well, maybe I think they will. I even think Holland might be there and thereabouts around quarter semis. But I think, yeah, for me, Portugal are gonna win it.
the only other team that I think nobody talks about, which I think will go even more under the radar than Portugal, is Spain. Full of really young players, nothing
Yeah,
to lose. I just think everyone's going to underestimate them, and you know what they're like. They keep the ball and they'll just tire you out. And I think they could be another real dark horses.
I agree with you. I
But
just think it might come a bit too soon, this tournament, for their team. Like you say, I think they are
I think
very young and inexperienced. I think they're very
I think
similar to what England were like in, well, it was Euro 2020, which obviously we played in 21. But I think it's
but
similar to what we were.
I agree. But the difference is the Spains, the Italies, the Frances, they know how to win. So if they did what we did,
Yeah.
they won't be throwing it away in these silly places like we do.
No.
So I think they are another one to watch.
Going on to the Golden Boot winner. Plenty of good strikers knocking around.
The guy who I've just forgotten his name, it's Gonçalo Ramos for me.
Yeah.
Portugal. I just think, again, I don't think Ronaldo will play. I think he'll play, obviously, but I don't know whether he'll start every game. But he'll definitely feature in every game. And I think Ramos will start every game. I just think he'll put his I think Liverpool were touted with him, Newcastle were touted with him a few years ago. He ended up going to PSG. I'm sure he's at PSG, but he's never really lit anything up at PSG. So I think this is his tournament where he's going to really stomp his name.
Couple of names I'll throw out at you, and these aren't my predictions, but I think Harry Kane will be there and thereabouts.
He'll go one way out of there. He'll either not score at all, or he'll be up there. Yeah.
I think he will. I think England have just got too much creativity in and around him. The only thing which I wish or I hope he doesn't do with Harry Kane, and this is purely from an England bias point of view, I just don't want him to drop into that number 10 role too much and just stifle Foden and Bellingham's space. I just think if he does that, it will completely contradict their way of playing. I think they need the space. He needs to be going towards the opposition's goal in order to create space behind him for those guys. And I know he likes to drop into that 10.
I agree, and we've got lots of number 10s. You know, there's loads of other 10s that we've even got on bench. Eze, Palmer, not to mention, like say, Bellingham and Foden. But to contradict that a little bit as well, Dan, Foden's played quite a bit false nine. So I think by Kane dropping into that 10 role sometimes, Foden can go into that false nine and confuse defenders because they won't expect that from Foden.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, without obviously delving into how we think England are going to set up, I just think Foden's going to be playing on left. I just think that's what Southgate's going to do. But
I do as well. I don't want him to, but I think that's what he'll do.
Yeah. And another guy, which I think he want to look out for, who's had a good season, is Scamacca, Atalanta striker, Italy. I know, I see look on your face, Carl.
No way.
Honestly, I think he's going to be one.
No way.
He's had a good season. I think he's going to be a danger man. But anyway, moving on. My prediction, and you've
just
go on.
Go on.
No, go on.
Go on, no, go on.
My prediction.
I'm going to say another guy. I'm going to say another guy is Mitrovic for Serbia. I know we played that in the first game. He's bagged loads in Saudi. Don't get me wrong, Saudi's league. Everybody knows what I mean. But he also bags all the time for Serbia. His goal ratio is immense.
The only thing that will hinder him will be if they get out of the groups or not. And obviously, there's so many qualify from third place, isn't there? So it depends whether they get out of the group, because you'd like to think that England and Denmark are probably the strong favourites to get out of that group 1 and 2. So, but anyway,
see, I disagree. I think it'll be England and Serbia.
Right. Well, my Golden Boot prediction, and you've kind of poo-pooed it already, but I think Cristiano Ronaldo is going to have a big part to play. I think this is going to be his last tournament, and I think he's going to smash it. I honestly do. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at his stats here, and he's got 130 goals in 207 appearances. That's fucking ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
He scored 2 of the day. He scored 2 of the day for Portugal as well.
Yeah.
He may well do, and it wouldn't surprise me or anybody else. It wouldn't surprise anyone, but I just don't think he'll be playing that amount of games. I just don't.
No.
that amount of minutes, should I say?
Another player that we forgot to miss off from Portugal, and I can't believe it, one of my own, Diogo Jota. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what I mean. They've got a right team.
moving swiftly on then. Let's have us dark horses.
Well, we've spoiled it for each other because we've just off camera we told each other accidentally,
Well,
and we both agreed that
we stumbled across it, didn't we? But yeah. So we both picked Hungary. What's the reason for you picking Hungary, Carl?
obviously we've played them a couple of times, lost both
times.
They're just organised. They know how to play. They're not just like sit back merchants. They know how to play. They know how to score, and I just think they're a country that no one ever thinks of winning. And don't get me wrong, I think the chances are of them winning is slim to none. But I do think that it wouldn't surprise me them getting to a semis. Definitely a quarters. And I think that they'll create some upsets. I think 'cause they're tough to beat.
I totally agree with you. I think not that I watch them closer, but I've seen them play against England twice. I think they're a well organised team. Like you just said, tough to beat. They've got not some world beaters, but they've got a few half decent players
in Szoboszlai, one of your guys, he's Hungarian.
Captain, mate. Captain is Ardom. Although he didn't have the best end to a season. He started really well for us, but he picked up an injury about halfway through the season, and he never looked the same if he came back. But yeah, I agree with you totally. I think they're going to be a team to watch out for. I'm just going to pull, who's in their group?
Not off the top of my head, no.
See who can. So we've got Switzerland. Oh, they're in Germany and
Scotland and Germany.
Switzerland, yeah.
It's a tough group, that. Tough group.
It is, but it's a group that you can see them getting out of.
Especially with the third place. But I can see them first or second in that group. Germany's going to be interesting how they feature tomorrow.
Yeah, I think got some good individual players. It's whether they've had the time to gel together. So I won't say they're similar to Spain, but they've kind of gone a bit of a resurgence, haven't they? And they've got rid of a load of players have kind of gone off, retired, whatever you want to call it, and the new crop.
Yeah, but there's still your Neuers, Mullers, Tony Cruz.
Yeah, Tony Cruz.
All these players. Sane is pretty much. I think he's got. I don't know if he's ill or he's got some sort of issue. So they've got no pace. He's the only pace man. They've got no striker because that's Kai Havertz. Don't get me wrong, scoring goals for Arsenal.
Not a striker though, is he?
No. Obviously, they've Musiala and is it Wirtz?
Musiala's the one that I'm looking forward to seeing. Obviously, I've seen him in Champions League, and I like him. It excites me.
And obviously Gundogan. They've still got a fair few oldies in there.
It's the midfield where, like you just said, Cruz and Gundogan. It's just that they don't really have the legs. That could be an area of the park where they get exploited.
Could well be. I think the Germany Scotland game it's in the balance for me.
You think?
Yeah, I do. I've told you again. My head today was 12-1, so I went straight onto bookies and had a little double with Scotland and Hungary. So
I personally think Scotland are going to get dicked tomorrow. Not that I'm not. That's not an English bias or anything like that. I'm no kind of hatred towards Scotland whatsoever. I do. I think they're going to get dicked. I think it could be 4-1, personally.
See, it's very, very rare in internationals, especially in tournaments where you get big scores. It's usually 1-0s, 2-1s.
Yeah,
I'm surprised for a 4-1, especially in an opening game.
We've only got 24 hours and 12 minutes, and we'll know.
Bring it on.
Yeah, can't wait. Looking forward to it. Right, we'll wrap it up there, pal. And listen, guys, don't forget as well, still need to give away these brand new pair of sneaks. All you've got to do is subscribe to his channel. That is it. So even when you go to work, get your mate's phone out, tell them to subscribe. Even if they don't want them, do it for them. Get the phones out of their hands, go onto the Sports Centre YouTube channel and hit subscribe. You've got, I don't know, free 1 out of 100 chances of winning a brand new pair of trainers. So what are you waiting for? Do that now. Right, Carl, nice one, mate. And thanks all you guys for watching. Take care and see you later.